Hi, respecting yourself. The last few days I was in Marseille in France with a really cool friend, and we had a lot of really deep discussions. And a lot of discussions theme was around respect, and we were speaking about how respect comes in different forms. Respect comes has to come from yourself first, where you respect yourself. And if I use a personal anecdote of what I mean by this is if I do not respect myself, then I'm not almost putting a benchmark of how I want others and would like others to treat me in terms of respecting me. And I've learned over the last sort of few weeks, in particularly, how people have different definition of what that respect could look like. And I spent a little bit too much of my time sort of thinking about how others were defining what their respect looks like, in particularly their treatment towards me or their behavior or interaction towards me. And I realized, what the hell was I doing, or why did I waste my effort and time in thinking about that? Because frankly, come to a stage where I really don't care. And what is far more important and what outweighs all of that is how I look at myself. So if I respect myself, then I will command and demand respect from others. And those people who don't want to give me respect, that's absolutely fine, because not everybody can like you. I just need to walk away from those individuals or those environment that is not conducive and it's not going to work for me. And I think it's so easy, and um, it's like a thin line in terms of how much you do for people because you want to gain their respect. But there's a fine line in terms of, do you overdo it and then you get yourself sort of lost in the darkness of trying to please them almost, and then you lose track of, actually, you know what, it's important to respect yourself, and it's important that you define that and set that boundary. I've worked out in the last few weeks that there's a lot of people that I can care and love and respect, but if they fail to recognize that I have my own definition of respect, and if they are not able to give that level of respect to me, then I'm not interested, and I can't be bothered with them. And that hurts me saying, but there's so many people like that around me, and I realize it's like my mum says, there's only ever going to be a handful of just a few people in your life that's really going to be able to be your true friend and be there for you and respect you the way you deserve, because that is so true. Because the more I realize that people around me, they might be good people individually, but they may not be necessarily good for me, and that's fine. But it's important that we recognize it. So if you're in a pretty similar predicament and you're trying to work out what respect looks like for you, I spend as long as you need to work out what that looks for you, how that can work for you. And once you know for sure, then you can then set those boundaries and ensure that you get the respect that you truly deserve.